Hello folks, it's Rich here in some new surroundings, and look what we've got here. Hello Mr. Spark Amp. Now, this is not a Spark Amp review. There are plenty of those. Why am I making this very short video? Well, for those who know me and subscribed and have been following me for a while will know I've had a lot of guitars. This is number 142. Look how pretty it is. Whee! Anyway, and quite a few amps now, and duplicate of amps. This is my 15th amp, and I bought the Spark brand new in, I don't know, at least a year ago, something like that, when they were £250. They're about 300 now, and I'm not really a tech person, so I just didn't get it. I couldn't be bothered with it. It was a faff, so it went back, and I gave up on tech. I bought some other different amps from Black Stars and had a dabble with some pedals and so on. And then what did I do? I bought Katana, which is a little bit tech, I suppose. It doesn't have to be, but out of tune, as always. Yes, out of tune. And anyway, I decided that it was time to give the Spark another go. I was watching a few reviews on it again. I don't know why. It's just so small, isn't it? Such a small little unit, which is great. And you can use it manually, which I am currently. Oops, excuse me, chappers. Put you down. With the dials on the top. So you can use it manually, you don't have to use the app. But I thought, do you know what? I want to sound like Buckethead. Can't play like Buckethead, I want to sound like Buckethead. So if I get a Spark amp, someone will have done a Buckethead patch. And indeed they have, along with many others. There's just trillions of things you can do. So I'm just getting myself into the app and learning how to use it a little bit, playing along to some backing tracks and some other things. So the point of this video really is, I guess, perseverance. Which I'm not very good at. Yes, if at first you don't succeed. Now, all joking aside, it's a lot better than I gave it credit for. I'm using it as a Bluetooth speaker as well, and I'm sat at my desk just behind me here doing some work, so it's handy for that. And yeah, perhaps it's not as complicated as I thought it was, or maybe you don't need to make it as complicated as everything. You know, you just use it for what you need to use it for. The fact is, you can download trillions of tones. You can play around with different things. And another thing, actually, whilst I'm waffling, a lot of the amps in the app, they can't use the brand names on them for obvious copyright reasons, so they've been used different names. Now, when you watch some of the videos, you see people talk about, well, this amp is supposed to be a Mesa Boogie and this amp is supposed to be a JM800 and so on. If you're not someone who knows what all of these amps are, then how would you know what its equivalent is supposed to be? So you've got all these different parameters and so many things to change, you don't really know where to start. So I also figured I would have a look at some of the videos, like the Daryl Braun ones, where he's done 5 patches of his own, and he specifically says, you know, this amp is supposed to be a Mesa Boogie and this amp is supposed to be an orange and so on. I'm just going to make a little note of those, of what they're supposed to be. So a crunchy one, a not so crunchy one, this one's like a Vox, and the same with some of the pedals. So whilst it seems like a faff, I thought, well, actually it's a good way to understand pedals a little bit more, amps a bit more, and make up some of my own tones. So the moral of the story is, maybe don't be so impatient as I am. Give something a proper go, because second time round, I'm really loving it. That's it. So thanks for watching. If you got this far, well done you. Hope everyone's okay. And if you want to look at some reviews by a novice, there are plenty on my playlist.